On a project like this, engineering supports the client by getting involved really early.
We started front-end engineering in roughly 2020. We joined forces with Mammoth in 2021, and they contributed to the front-end planning as well as the detailed engineering and field execution planning for the overall project.
The problem we're solving here is to do a large change out of 8 coke drums while keeping in mind safety and also time. All over the world, coke drums are an integral part of any large oil and gas refinery or upstream facility. And we have done many coke drum replacements. They often have similar challenges: restricted in space, they're short on time, and they want to do all of that within a month, maybe a month and a half of work. Suncor want us to be ready a few months ahead. We did not want to rig up the crane, and we did not want to transport the critical components during the cold winter months.
We locally here are quite familiar with the restrictions of Alberta winters and the routes involved.
Bringing the Alberta-sized modules to site, they're quite heavy modules that hadn't been moved before in Alberta, but we need to get proper permitting and make sure that we're not damaging the infrastructure of Alberta.
The biggest engineering challenge of the project was to remove the old derrick. We are talking of a structure that was built on the 60s. It was a 14-point lift, so that's quite complex as well. To achieve that, we have to customize a piece of equipment particular for the job.
So the idea was to sit as far back as we could from the front of the coking unit in order to give their loaders a chance to continue operating as normal.
This is one of very few cranes on planet Earth that could be mobilized to be able to lift our largest load safely and predictably. If we couldn't find a crane to do that, we would have had to break it down into smaller pieces, which just adds cost and adds duration onto our turnaround events. Crane sitting atop its twin rings has the ability to pivot and rotate around and set objects down and pick the new ones up. And so we were able to arrange all of our heavy loads right up close to the crane and lift them in a very efficient manner. It was actually done in quite gusty conditions as well. So it was amazing to see the machine be able to handle that load.